What's going on everyone, Valeria here, and in today's video I'm gonna do a quick update on my Differin use because it's been 7 months. It's the 19th of November now and I started using Differin on the 19th of April, so it's 7 months. It's been 7 months and my skin is doing so much better. I have a few spots. I don't know why I'm so clever. I always film when it's my period or before my period or just after, so I have more spots around my mouth. But yeah, I'm just clever. And I had a few breakouts here, and these, in general, my skin is doing well. Here we're gonna touch on this drama here a little bit later. I have reintroduced benzoyl peroxide, and this is the main news about the last month or two. I think it's a couple of months maybe that I've reintroduced benzoyl peroxide, and I'm using it in a very different way compared to what I used to. But I can maybe do like a specific video on this, because today what I actually wanted to talk about is exfoliation. So yeah, let's go into it. So first of all, my love is this pumpkin enzyme mask by Thomas Roth. Then the ordinary AHA 30%, which is very high concentration of AHA and BHA 2%. And another one that I've been currently trying, the Somerville Exfoliate Intensive Exfoliator. I've tried the Drunk Elephant TLC Framboos, and I like it. Like, if you look at the ingredient list, it's really great. It's a blend of different acids, both AHA, so alpha hydroxy acid, and BHA, so beta hydroxy acid. You probably already know alpha hydroxy acid do an exfoliation of the top layer of the skin, and according to how big the molecule is, they can go deeper or be or stay more on the surface. So for example, glycolic acid is the AHA with the smallest molecule, so it goes deeper in the skin, and it's more likely that you can find it tingly, and it can irritate your skin, while more gentle you can find lactic acid, mandelic acid, and malic acid, and some other ones. BHAs on the other hand can go deep into your pores, and so they can act actually on the gunk. I don't like that word, but that's about it. So they can melt the sebum and they can clean your pores, while AHAs cannot melt the sebum. And Differin is also an exfoliant. It acts as an exfoliant, and I use it every night. So I can say that I exfoliate every night, but since I have very thick skin, I need something more intense. So I tried, as I said, the Drunk Elephant TLC Framboos, but as much as the ingredient list is great, it didn't do much for my skin. Like, it doesn't get rid of the thick skin that I have. I don't know why. Then I tried the Sunday Riley Good Genes, the European version. Obviously, I live in Europe. So it's glycolic acid based. And I like it, and it worked pretty well on my skin, but it's very silicone. So I don't like the fact that, usually an acid, I put it as a first step after cleansing my skin. But being so silicone, I can't put anything on top because it doesn't penetrate, or it penetrates only in part. So I don't like that feeling. As well, it broke me out a little bit, like tiny bumps. But yeah, the silicone part is not dealing very well with my skin, so I ditched it. But let me tell you, when I first tried Good Genes, the morning after I woke up, I was at home, so my mom was there, and she said, "Oh, what did you do to your skin? You look great. Your skin looks so good." And I was like, well, I tried this new exfoliant, so give it a try. Give it a try. You might love it. It might work well on your skin. It's not meant to be the perfect pair with mine, but give it a try really. It can be, it's expensive, I know, but it can work pretty well on your skin. Then other exfoliators I've tried, I actually use the ordinary lactic acid 5% plus hyaluronic acid, and the mandelic acid 10% plus hyaluronic acid, but they were really not strong enough for my skin, so they weren't exfoliating properly. I could see like there was too much dead skin, and I could see the sebaceous filament sort of trapped under this thick skin that I was not getting rid of. So I didn't really repurchase them after finishing the bottle, and I ended up finishing the bottles on my chest because on my face I needed something stronger. And I used for a while the Neostrata glycolic acid exfoliator 10%, but that one on the other hand was too strong, so I ended up using it on my back because it was too strong for my face. It was tingling like crazy, and it was also like a particular period when I was using it because I started using that. It was one of the first products that I tried when I got into skincare, and my skin was okay. But then I introduced vitamin C, and I was using one at night and one in the morning routine. But oh my god, like no, I couldn't really cope with both of them, and so I started trying to use it maybe a couple of times per week, then down to once per week, but it was just tingling too much, so I ended up finishing it on my back for real. Let's touch on salicylic acid. You can't use salicylic acid in combination with different vitamin A. So what I did, I had this cleanser by Neostrata with 2% salicylic acid. Oh my god, from the moment I started using Differin, obviously I at the beginning I was using Differin every 3 days or every other night, and I tried using, and I was already using another cleanser. I wasn't using the Neostrata every single day, but the day I tried using it, after starting using Differin, I was not using on the same night as Differin, but I said, okay, I haven't used this cleanser for a while. Let's use it tonight because I'm not using Differin. Oh my god, my skin was on fire. So my skin cannot tolerate salicylic acid in the same, not even in the same, in different routines with Differin. Okay, so I try to avoid salicylic acid for the longest time. Then obviously this contains salicylic acid, BHA 2%, salicylic acid, I didn't say that, but it's a BHA, right? So what I did after a while that I was on Differin, I said, okay, let me see if my skin can tolerate it. Is, you know, it's more at ease, it has retinized, so now maybe it can deal with BHA. I tried this mask, it's okay, it works. So I can stand the salicylic acid a little bit better, but salicylic acid doesn't work great on my skin. I mean, I can put it on, it doesn't irritate me, but do I see my pores cleaner? Do I see any difference in my skin? No. So I guess I'm not a BHA girl. Uh, anyway, this, since as I said, I have very thick skin, this is really great. Obviously, it's really strong, so I don't use it every week. I use it maybe every other week or even more sparsely because it's really strong. And as I said, Differin is already an exfoliation. I use it every night, so it's like I exfoliate every night. I don't want to over exfoliate, exaggerate on my skin because it's just gonna harm it. It's just going to destroy my already weak skin barrier. So I do a further exfoliation once per week, but I tend to use this one here every week. And now I had this little sample of the exfoliate. This is an enzyme kind of exfoliation. And if we read the ingredient list, honestly, this one is probably a little, like, in my opinion, it's better. They are both water-based, and the second ingredient of the Peter Thomas Roth, I have just the ingredient list here, so that's why I'm looking down. The second ingredient is pumpkin. So it's not like those products say, oh yeah, there is a pumpkin and pumpkin is the last ingredient, right? It's the second ingredient. So, and if you open it and you smell it, oh my god, you just feel like eating because it smells great. Anyway, the second ingredient is pumpkin, and the third ingredient is aluminum oxide. In fact, this one combines enzyme exfoliation with physical exfoliation. There are very, very small particles of aluminum oxide. At the beginning, when you first apply it on your skin with damp fingers, you have to apply it in circular motion so that the aluminum can act a physical exfoliation. They're super, super, super small particles, so they're not gonna harm you. I'm not against physical exfoliation if it's gentle, so for me this one is fine. Never irritated my skin or anything. Then there's glycerin. Obviously, glycerin is a humectant, so it makes the product less harsh on your skin. And then there are fermented ingredients. There's a fermented ingredient that is pumpkin ferment extract. So after doing this mechanical action of a circular application on your skin, you have to let it sit for 7 minutes. It's set up to 7 minutes if you can stand it. For me, it's totally fine. I don't feel any tingle and doesn't burn, doesn't tingle, so I can leave it on for. I've left it on for 8 minutes, never more than that. But in my opinion, it's not that harsh. So even if you leave it on a minute or two more, it's okay. And while you leave it on, the pumpkin ferment acts like it melts, it disintegrates the dead skin cells that you have on top of your skin. And then I can promise you, when you wash it off, your skin is baby soft and you have literally no irritation. So I love it so much. Then after the pumpkin ferment, there is ascorbic acid. So also you have the antioxidant properties of vitamin C. That's what ascorbic acid is. And trust me, another thing that you have to trust me, my skin doesn't agree with vitamin C since I've started using Differin. Like, it just doesn't. Like, I've tried using it in the morning and then Differin at night, but I just become all red. I have sort of, it looks like contact dermatitis, spots, red, itchy spots. So vitamin C is a no, but in this mask, no problem. So I also have a little vitamin C treatment every once a week, and it's all good. Then after vitamin C, there is tocopherol, which is vitamin E. And vitamin E is soothing for the skin, and vitamin E works very well. It's a power combo, vitamin E and ascorbic acid, so they are right one after the other. So it's more or less the same ratio in the formulation, so spot on. And then there are a few more ingredients. There's citric acid. Watch out, because that might be irritating to some people. No problem for me. The ingredient list is not particularly long. It's just like this. I don't know if you can see. So it's not long, absolutely not. And at the bottom of the ingredient list, you can see there's fragrance, but it's the last ingredient, fragrance, perfume. Obviously, I prefer products that are fragrance free. This one has it as last ingredient. It caused me any trouble. Doesn't cause me any trouble, so I'm fine with that. This product, first of all, I was shook by the color, because look at that. It's green. I would have never ever expected this to be green when I first opened it. Like, no. This one has water as a first ingredient and lactic acid as a second ingredient. So this one is has lactic acid that does the main job, and then there's silica. So silica does the same job as aluminum oxide in the Peter Thomas Roth mask. So it's also the particles are very, 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 very small. So it's super. I mean, they are strong, but it's still gentle. See, this is how it looks like. Can you see the greenish? And as usual, I apologize for my terrible nails. I have to take off this nail polish. I don't know why I didn't take it off before filming, but anyway, we said lactic acid is the second ingredient, and the third one is silica. Then there is soybean oil, pectin, cetyl alcohol, and papaya. Papaya is the enzyme. This one actually has salicylic acid. To me, actually, this one not only has salicylic acid, but after salicylic acid, it's also listed pumpkin ferment extract. So they both have pumpkin ferment, but in here it's the second ingredient. In here it's it's a bit lower in the list. Then we have sorbic acid, cinnamon. They both have. This one has oil. Bergamot fruit oil, watch out if you're sensitive. This also has limonene, linalool. Like, I would usually stay away from this, but I mean, this is a sample, so I tried it on. It's fine. I mean, it's fine. Well, it has copper complex, beta carotene, aloe. Aloe obviously is to soothe the skin, so to balance the enzyme and acids and exfoliators. Citrus aurantium dulcis oil, which is orange peel oil. So there are a few problematic ingredients. I just broke out a little bit here. I had those after using this mask, so I'm not surprised because there are lavender oil. My skin hates it. You probably remember I mentioned in a different video that I was using Dr. Jart Centella the Centella moisturizer. Oh my god, I had a crazy smell of lavender, and I gave it to my mom because it was just irritating my skin. So there's lavender, bergamot oil, which one was limonene, which one was the other one that I said, orange peel oil. I don't cope very well with these essential oils. So that might be the problem that gave me these little breakouts. But as an exfoliator, it's great because my skin felt really soft and I didn't have any kind of irritation, even though there is salicylic acid. Also, the soothing ingredients are great. There's aloe, there's honey. What did we say? There's a cinnamon. This mask also has cinnamon, copper complex. Still, if I had to choose, no, I mean, it's not that I have to choose. This is just a sample, so I'm trying it off, but I'm not gonna purchase it for sure. I'm gonna stick to this one because there are no problematic ingredients for me. There is sunflower seed oil, but as I said, this one never broke me out. This one. Okay, so let's just touch on this one. As I said, it's very intense. It's 30% AHA, which is extremely high percentage. The Sukari Baby Facial by Drunk Elephant has, I think, 25% AHA, but it's not sold in Europe, so I've never tried it. This one, I mean, it leaves my skin red, honestly. It leaves me a bit red, but nothing crazy. Like after using it, I put some marula oil usually. I mean, I do my skincare as normal, so I put a serum, I put my Hada Labo Gokujun. And after the moisturizer, I always put like a little marula oil, this one or the ordinary one. Um, for sure, like this one leaves my skin very, 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 very exfoliated, and it feels soft in both cases, but this one is like a deeper exfoliation. I don't know. Um, I usually understand that it's time to exfoliate when with this one when I start seeing these little bumps here. Like these are no bumps, but because I pop them. But you know when I see that I have the sebaceous filament and there's this thick layer keeping them in, so I go with my nails and go pop, and it pops out the little filament. When I start having them on my forehead, it means it's time to go for a deeper exfoliation, so I go with this one. And do not leave on for more than 10 minutes. I usually actually don't leave it on for 10 minutes. But when I start feeling, I don't know, that it's enough, between 5 and 10 minutes I rinse it off. It's really no big deal because it's strong and it starts acting soon. So between 5 and 10 minutes I rinse it off. And I would say, yeah, maybe twice per month the most I use it. The red dye in this one can cause irritation to some people, so just try it. Maybe like try it, sort of do a patch test so you can see how it works for you. But to give your skin that punch with exfoliation every once in a while, I recommend this one. And yeah, at the end of the day, these two are my favorite exfoliators at the moment. They've been my favorite exfoliator for quite a while, thanks to my boyfriend who gave me this as a present. So I suggest you guys give it a try, and thanks for being with me now with this video. And there's one coming soon, now that I have means to record more videos. I would really like to do a video where I explain a little bit better and deeper why I went back to benzoyl peroxide and how I use it. Compared to the past, because I have a video explaining why I quit benzoyl peroxide. So now I'm gonna do one why I'm back on benzoyl peroxide. So yeah, if you're interested, stay tuned and leave me ideas on videos that you might like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.